Ray McLeod there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And we remind you, still one more game to get to before we put a bow on week 1. It comes up at the conclusion of this one. Titans and Broncos in the AFC from Mile High, and that ought to be one worth staying up for. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had it in the backfield.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Jones, 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On the return, Johnson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jabal Sheard, his 2nd sack of the night.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you're playing the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the Steelers' 46-yard
from the gun. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
First and 10.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Giants first down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Third down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Oswald to kick off for Pittsburgh.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And is on the return. The Giants take over first and 10.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 22. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Saquon Barkley.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. It just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep driving.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Down right around the 25.
Le'Veon Bell.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
25-yard line.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, I just kept using it.
The 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram.
Jones.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds, in the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. You may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Jones throwing on first down. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Jones now throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Roethlisberger. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Gain of 29 yards.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Now the Giants are going to get the football back. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, it'll be a happy... start your week by installing your game plan. These players are on the last year of their contract.
today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his second season out of Missouri, Drew Lock.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lock. Got Gordon open, completes it. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Le'Veon Bell.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run. So the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Brendan McManus lining up for the extra point.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now here's Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Oftentimes pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks.